What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man, back with another video. And as you can see from the thumbnail and title, this is my public apology to Kendrick Lamar. Before I get into this video, man, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. Now, what are you talking about, Sack? What are you talking about? This is your public apology to Kendrick Lamar. Nigga, you just said the Super Bowl was the driest and the wackest shit you ever seen. Hey, man, listen. I still feel the same way I feel about the Super Bowl performance because it was so hyped up, okay? And I didn't see what the hype was about. And when I watched it, it just, like, I remember Super Bowl performances that just was a little bit more entertaining, I guess you could say, right? Right, okay. I made videos during the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar beef, okay? And if I ever said anything negative about Kendrick Lamar online or offline, this is my public apology. This is my public apology to Kendrick Lamar. You'll probably never see this, but if you ever do, and 1 in a billion chance you ever see this, Kendrick Lamar, please accept my most humble apology, sir. You feel me? And why do I say this? Is because if you look at the thumbnail, yes, I finally listened to GNX, the album. Okay, now, before I get into that, let me start off by saying that I never said I hated Kendrick Lamar. In none of these videos, I never said that. I never said that he was a whack-ass nigga, okay? I never said any of that. I just told y'all that I feel like he's overrated and overhyped, and that his music, although I know the singles and I like them, they just don't really appeal to me. They just never like really moved me like that, right? Okay, cool. And I didn't understand the hype of why everybody would just turn their back on Drake all of a sudden when I've seen every single person that has something bad to talk about Drake be the same ones over the last 15 years, quoting him, using his lyrics as their fucking hashtags, dancing to his music, and just for y'all to choose up like some hoes soon as him and Kendrick get into it, and y'all never posted Kendrick Lamar. All these same people, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 people that I know that are from the LA area, was never posting Kendrick Lamar, okay? Go back into the YouTube file or the Facebook files, and y'all niggas was never posting him, bro. I've been Facebook friends with niggas for 15 years plus, and niggas was never posting Kendrick Lamar like they was all of a sudden last year, right? So that's what's kind of like made me like really not even want to just like feel, that made me feel like, bro, why is this shit so hyped up now? Now, mind you, he did drop the catchiest fucking song ever. He won a Grammy Award, swept the Grammys for Not Like Us. You feel me? I made videos on this shit, right? And I said whatever I said, but we ain't talking about all that, nigga. We talking about this right here, my public apology to Kendrick Lamar. If you ever watching this, Kendrick Lamar, I'm sorry. My nigga, I'm sorry. You feel me? In all sincerity, please accept my humble apology. Because I listened to this album, GNX, and mind you, I've never listened to a whole Kendrick Lamar album. Again, I've heard the songs. I like, I love that song, you know what I mean? Be Humble, I know that song. I love Bad Bitches at my fucking prime. I heard all the features, you know what I'm saying? I've heard them, you know what I mean? But I never listened to it. It never just really moved me to listen to a whole album. I be listening to a lot of, if I name some of the artists that I listen to, it's a whole 180 of Kendrick music, you know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what? I got time today, nigga. I got time today. You feel me? The way that niggas was getting at me yesterday about me saying, or in the last few days about me saying that, what I felt about the Super Bowl, right? I got time today to listen to this shit. And I did. And I listened to it. And I will tell y'all before I get into this that I am the biggest Drake fan, man. I am a Drake fan. There's nothing nobody can ever do except Drake to make me hate Drake or make me diss Drake, even after I'm about to say everything that I'm about to say. I'm still going to rock out to Drake, old shit, new shit, and support that nigga. I'm not a follower. I don't choose up on niggas. Nobody can make me not like another nigga because they said so if that person never did nothing to me, okay? I'm not a follower, my nigga. Like a lot of people just turned their back and became followers, right? But I listened to this album and I was trying, going into this, I was like, I'm going to go in this with a clear, just forget I'm a Drake fan, forget I've said anything about Kendrick or however I feel, I'm going to just go into it as a neutral ass listener, right? But in the back of my mind, somewhere I was like, I looked to see how many songs it was. I seen how long it was. And I was like, well, shit, it's only going to take me 5 minutes to listen to this shit because I'm sure I'm going to skip through a whole bunch of shit, right? You feel me? Or I'm going to think it's trash and not even want to hear it. And then I can get on these niggas who've been hyping this album and posting this album. I can get on their ass like, nigga, and just let them have it. You feel me? Let me tell y'all something. This album was not a classic, okay? GNX was not a classic. Let me say that again. For all y'all saying that GNX was a classic, bruh, it is not a fucking classic. Sorry to burst your bubble. It is better than a classic. It's a fucking masterpiece, my nigga. This album is a fucking masterpiece, my nigga, from beginning to end. And I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever be saying this. This is why I have to apologize to Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry, my nigga. I was not worthy of the privilege of being able to hear such a fucking masterpiece, flawless album from beginning to end, my nigga. A lot of the shit you were rapping about was going, I'm sure, over niggas' heads. The way that you flipped Gloria with your pen as the first verse, your girl as the second verse, bruh. The way that you took that Tupac beat and you made a better song than Tupac made on the same beat. My nigga, my nigga, my nigga. I'm not worthy, my nigga. I'm not worthy, bro. This album was flawless from beginning to the end, bruh. It was flawless from beginning to the end. Even the people that he had featured on it, right? Even if he knew where to put those people and on which songs and on which beats and where in the song to put them. Like, you feel me? Like Resurrection, like that shit just went over niggas' head. Just like I'm sure Gloria went over niggas' head. The Heart Part 6, where he's talking about how him and his boys then came up and all that other shit. Like, I felt that shit, my nigga. I felt that shit. He told a story about all that shit and included a whole lot of shit that I know them niggas probably felt because they was there living that shit. Let's talk about beat selection, okay? Now, this is where y'all might get on me, but this is not a negative comment. This is an actual, positive comment. This is an actual plus. I felt like there was so much Northern Cali influence on this album beat-wise. And we know that, Mr. Fab and Mustard have had problems in the past because he didn't, recognize or, what's the word for it? Not appreciate, but acknowledge that he, was probably influenced by Northern Cali sound, and he went on the Breakfast Club, and that's a whole nother story. Let's talk about the beat selection. I felt like this was an album that had a lot of Northern California flavor and sauce on it, right? But the songs that he made, Kendrick, a LA nigga, to those Northern Cali songs sounding beats, which about half of them, at least half of them were Northern California inspired songs. Squabble Up, Turn the TV Off, Peekaboo, and the first song, Whacked Out Mule. All those shits to me were Northern California inspired. And those are 4 of the best songs on that shit, right? But it's not, you can have all the good beats in the world. What are you going to do with them, my nigga? But a LA nigga took these same Northern California beats and added his own sauce and flavor to them. And we have a fucking flawless masterpiece, a GNX. So I'm not going to make this video too much longer. It's not going to go past 10 minutes. But hey, I am wrong, okay? I was wrong about Kendrick Lamar, okay? You have a new fan in me, okay? You have a new supporter in me, and I will never say anything negative about Kendrick Lamar on or offline ever again. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to all his whole catalog before this, and then I might make another video. But for now, hey, we're going to give this album its shine. It's a 10 out of 10. It's flawless. Y'all might not get it But to me, I don't remember the last time I heard an album this sound from beginning to end. So salute to you, Kendrick Lamar. And hey, man, I was wrong. Being a real nigga, admitting you're wrong. Hey, King.